Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a quick new League of Legends video. So I'm sure by now most of you are aware of the AP item changes and especially the new ones coming to the live server soon. Well, as it just so happens, those new items have just been put onto the PBE server. And two of them obviously bring completely new mechanics, and obviously we all want to see exactly how does it look and work in game. So I instantly jumped on the PBE the second it was up, tried out these new items, got some video footage for you guys as well, because I'm sure you want to see them as well as much as I did. And well, that's exactly what this video is going to be demonstrating. So let us first take a quick look at the new items in the store. So first up, we have the Lost Chapter, also a new item, nothing really to show off in terms of visual effects, but this is how it looks like. Next up, we have one of the first new items, and this is going to be the one that propels you forward, sort of like a rocket. It's apparently going to be called Hextech Starburst, and the icon looks a lot like a pumpkin. And then after that, we have the other new Hextech item, the one that shoots forward some icy projectiles. The icon looks exactly the same as the previous one, except this one instead has some icy look to it. But take a quick look at this. As I mouse over the word Hextech, it lists all of the other Hextech items that this ability shares a cooldown with, but at the bottom you see one that is called Song of Ice. So I'm kind of curious as to what exactly that refers to, especially considering the fact that Will of the Ancients is listed there as well, but obviously it got removed. And when I search for Song of Ice inside the search bar, nothing shows up. So again, I have absolutely no idea what this could be referring to. Maybe some other new item that hasn't been announced yet, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, let's finally take a look at how the items look like when you finally activate them in game. Using the fiery Hextech Starburst, first you can see the range is not very far, but as I use it, I turn into some small little looking fire thing. I fire out some rockets around me as well that deal damage to everything it hits. Let's take a quick look at this again, but in slow motion. And he somewhat phases through the air while having this red hologram behind her, fires out all of these Hextech looking rockets, and again it just simply does damage around that area. And here are some examples of this item being used in actual combat. Again, you can use this item to maybe go in for the initiation flash tibbers for instance, but instead you use Hextech tibbers. Maybe you can use it to escape, to reposition yourself. There's a lot of potential things you can do. The damage doesn't even seem all that bad as well, especially considering it's technically an AoE ability. And here's another example of me slaughtering a bot just to test out these items and show you guys what it can do. Again, using it for gap close, using it for the extra burst damage, repositioning yourself, the initiation, there's a lot of cool things you can do, and it's a pretty useful looking item. Next up, we have the Hextech GLP-07A, the icy version of the one we just saw. This one's base damage and AP scaling isn't as high as the fire one, but it obviously provides utility, because each of those little ice spikes will slow the target for half a second, and it can help you to chase or maybe to kite away. There's obviously a lot of different uses for this item as well, again, whether it's chasing down a target or slowing enemy targets so that you can run away and your team can run away safely. This is obviously safer to use because you can't accidentally reposition yourself in a very poor area and maybe just kill yourself, so this is a bit more of a defensive version of the fire one. Either way, there's obviously plenty of really useful things you can do with this item as well, but the only thing that I personally noticed when using it currently in the game you're watching is the fact that the slow only lasts for half a second. Now, whenever I used it in these games to test it out, it really didn't feel all that impactful. The slow almost felt like it didn't exist. But again, this is just simply my first impressions. Obviously, this could be a lot better the more you use it and the more you actually understand it. But either way, guys, those are the new two items being introduced into League of Legends, bringing in completely new mechanics and something we've never ever seen before in this game. If you thought these items were cool, if you're excited for them or whatever, make sure to hit that like button. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about these items as well. Make sure to check out my video explaining all the new AP items and the AP item rework. Make sure to share this with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, all of that good stuff, and I hope to see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.